Hi guys, welcome back. So today we're going to be taking a look at the Leia Organa, or Leia Solo, Galaxy's Edge lightsaber. And I have to say, this is something that I really hesitated on buying. I'd heard really bad things about it. There you go. I actually think this is pretty good. I mean, the colouring on it is pretty bad. It's two completely different shades of copper. It's more of a kind of orangey colour to this, and you can tell it's just painted. Why they wouldn't have actually made this from copper or brass type material, I don't know. Probably would have been the simplest thing here. I know that other saber producers have done exactly that, but I mean, it still looks nice. The reason I bought this was I ummed and ahed about it. It went on sale, so big help. And then I kind of thought, well, I want the whole Skywalker line, and unless they recast Leia, which they might do, this is probably or possibly going to be the only canon version of Leia's lightsaber that we're going to get. I like the pearl effects in here, they're nice. The overall design of the saber I do think is beautiful. They did one of the few things that they did really well, in my opinion, in the Rise of Skywalker was the introduction of this lightsaber. The kind of hybrid Luke and old Kenobi design really kind of comes through here. There's a few things that they definitely did wrong with this design, which I'll cover off with you, but in the main, you know, I actually, it's come in, and I thought this was just going to be a meh part of the collection, but I actually really love this. I think it looks fantastic. To complete the Skywalker line, this was a must for me. So this is how it comes as a display piece. This is really nice. The detail they've got on the emitter section up here, really good. The thing that lets it down, as I said before, is the colouring of this darker copper up here compared to this lighter copper. Maybe that's screen accurate, I don't know. I haven't really paid that much attention, so I think you only ever see this when it's being held. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's the end scene when Rey buries it inexplicably. Biggest issue is that they decided to go with this slidey switch for the ignition, which is really difficult to actually get behind because you've almost got a fingernail. You can't just, oh, you can. I've just proved myself wrong. So, but this, which is clearly the ignition in the film, that seems so easy. Should have been the ignition. Missed opportunity. Anyway, never mind. There's not that much else to show you. The power is in here, so you unscrew the pommel, and this is powered by a couple of AAA batteries. I don't know if they're all going to be moved onto the USB rechargeable batteries like the Qui-Gon saber. If they are, let me know. Drop a comment. But yeah, you know, I think it's all right. Nice bit to the collection. So I'll show you it with the blade on. So this is the bit where most people really hate this design, and that's because this is just so chonky. It doesn't make sense because the Kenobi and Luke sabers don't do this, so I don't really understand why this looks so different. But anyway, it seems to just suddenly get thicker. Maybe it's because it's a generally narrower saber, don't know. But anyway, so that's it with the blade section. Again, this doesn't do anything. The ignition switch is here, so let's give it a go. Plug and play with the blade. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know that's one of my favourite features from the Legacy line. So the effects wise, all right. The motion control isn't really there, but the clashes. My issue with the ignition sound is I don't think it is actually the sound that comes from this blade in the film, and it feels like that should have been something that they should have been able to capture. But anyway, so there it is in its delightful form. I don't know when this blade came out, but it doesn't feel like it's particularly more advanced than the Kenobi Padawan version. The blade colour has more of a purplish hue to it, and I don't remember that being that way in the film. The motion control is fairly non-existent, and the clash isn't great. So if this was one of the earlier sabers, do let me know. But otherwise, it feels like they took a backward step. But otherwise, you know, if you're looking to complete the lightsaber line for the Skywalkers, for me, this is a must buy, but get it on sale or get it cheap on eBay. So yeah, hopefully that's helped. Let me know what you guys think of this, and whether you think the Leia design itself from the film is good, and whether you think the Legacy line does it justice. Is the Hasbro line better? Is it worth me getting the Hasbro line? Because it's not an area where I've looked into. So drop me a comment below.